Hello everyone and welcome back to Southwest Football. Today we're at Oldland Park. We're watching Cheddar FC take on Oldland Abbotonians. This is a league game and they're both playing in the Western League Division 1. I have done a couple of games on this already at other clubs. I think I've done Portishead and Almondsbury UWE. And yeah, as you can see there, they do have a weird setup going on. Not a weird, but it's the first time I've seen it where you can only stand on two sides of the pitch. Behind this goal there you just seen and here on the right hand side. The reason why I haven't actually put out much content this year referencing Southwest Football is because I have been playing football myself on a Saturday, and that kind of stops me going out watching these type of teams. I like to try and play at this sort of level in a couple of years to come maybe, but I do miss going out watching these teams play. The only reason I've actually come and watched Cheddar play today is because I was on holiday up in one of the travel lodges up there, and I thought what a better way to have the weekend than watch a game of football as well.
There's Cheddar here. And there's Oldland Abominations there. Cheddar's played more games, but Oldlands are still right behind them. So this should be a good game.
So after my amazing commentary on the side, they do get underway. The programme which I got for going in was full of a lot of stuff, and we did, well, like I just showed you there, the teams are very much well evenly placed in the table, and this should be a good game.
That has to be Josh Southway. Do you know why?
Why?
Because he's playing in the same position he did for Rovers.
Yeah, so I was kind of thinking about it the whole entire game. Like, I was trying to look at him, trying to see like if it was him or not, because he does play in the same position. He played it right back or striker, I think it was, for Rovers, and I know he went on to play for Toro as well, down south in the Conference South, I think it was. So I think it's interesting if he does come, well, if he has joined Oldland, and it'd be interesting to see. If someone could leave a comment or something in the comment section below telling me if it is actually him, because that would have been a great pickup to find for Oldland. And another player from the Conference South, we've got Jake Mulford here. I think his brother or something plays in the team as well for Cheddar, because his name's Craig Mulford as well. And he comes, like I said, from Conference South Western Supermare on loan. So it's good to see that there's a couple of players in this type of division or this standard playing here, because it does show on the pitch. But unfortunately, this game was a bit, not scrappy. There was a couple of times where not many passes got to the right man and the ball went out of play. But the ref on this game had a shocker. There was a couple of decisions which went wrong, like this one now where it comes up, player closes it down. You can see there the blue obviously pushed the Cheddar into the goalkeeper, and obviously Cheddar put it in the back of the net, it was empty net, but the ref went over to the linesman to ask what happened, even though he wasn't that far away, and it was a free kick to the goalkeeper, even though it was his own player that pushed the Cheddar bloke into him. So that's the first one of many mistakes of this game. But now we come to Oldlands, and now they're pressing up the pitch. It has been mostly 50-50 up to this point, but Cheddar are kind of like getting better off. And unfortunately Oldlands there, they did all that hard work getting up the pitch, that quick counter-attack, and they do misplace it. But it didn't stop there. Number 11 does redeem himself, and he comes back on the left-hand side now. And he tried to take on his man one-on-one, but he decides to cross over. Defender gets a touch to it, which kind of brings it nicely to number 10, but he just misses it, and that's unfortunate. And now we go to attack again. Oldland's press on again, but unfortunately the ball wasn't as good this time to number 10. So now we come with Cheddar after that little barrage of attacks by Oldland, and basically a lot of these balls up in the air by both teams, and both sets of defenders are able to keep it out quite nicely. But Cheddar managed to get the ball back. They managed to do a couple of passes in the middle of the pitch. And I pass it to their big man at the top, and there was a nice big tackle there. And that does stop that type of play. But unfortunately, it doesn't stop there. And Cheddar managed to get a nice goal in. That was a nice left-footed volley, or half volley. And it might have been a tight angle out there as well, but that was a nice goal. So that's 1-0 Cheddar already. But I don't think Oldlands will complain too much, because they got away with it earlier with that little incident up in the box and the referee's howler. But number 11 is trying to make a Greaves now, coming up to the top, but he couldn't get past his man. But unfortunately the clearance ain't as good either. It goes straight to number 4 for Oldland. But unfortunately number 4 and number 11, they can't make up any plays. There's no movement, and the ball just goes straight out of play. And now we come to Oldland again, and they're trying to press up for another go. But number 6 whacks it into the box for number 7, but unfortunately nothing comes of it. It just goes straight to the goalkeeper's hands. So this looks a little familiar. Basically another bombardment for Oldland and Athletic, and then Cheddar come up again. And there's a nice little overlap here. I think that's number 10. Goes past his man. A nice hard driven shot, and oh, unfortunately, I think that's number 2 and number 3 is an own goal, so that's 2-0. after doing that nice tackle on that big striker at the top as well, and then unfortunately he does that. That is a bit gutting, and I want to say that's a nice play there by number 2. I wanted to add that clip in how he dummies that little header to make it go back to the goalkeeper. But now we're with Oldlands with a free kick at the halfway line, and unfortunately it didn't come to nothing, and it now causes Cheddar to go on a counter attack. He done this quite a lot during the game. Oldlands seemed to put men up forward. Obviously they're 2-0 down in the first half, so they need to try and get a goal back. But Cheddar are able to somehow get the ball across the pitch to their right winger here, or no, that's a right back actually, and he's able to get a ball in the middle. Here you think it's either the goalkeepers or the defenders, but I think they both misjudged it, and the striker's just got enough on it, but unfortunately the defender gets back on the line to save that. Now we're back at the other end of the pitch, and Oldlands here, number 9, had a nice through ball pass to him. He's able to pass it back to Josh Southway. He's able to show off his man and get a ball straight into the box to number 11. He's able to get it off back to number 9, who takes a shot, and he takes another shot actually, and nothing comes of it. He does manage to get a corner actually, and from that resulting corner the ball goes up in the air, and it's the same old story. Cheddar are able to header it out, and Josh Southway here puts the ball back in the middle of the pitch, but unfortunately the Cheddar man is able to header that back out. So now it's half time, the second half has started, the floodlights are on, and unfortunately because of that I got these annoying little lights on my camera, which you can see here. But fortunately there's not much footage of the second half because I won't be able to take much because of the quality of the camera. It got really bad once it got darker. But some of the highlights I did get was this: the ball come on the pitch, these kids are playing football, and look, the player just kicks it straight in the path and he had to stop play. So I don't know if he did that on purpose, he could have just left it, but I think the play was still would have stopped, so that's another bit of controversy there. But as you can see, number 11 here is able to run through a couple of players pretty nicely for Cheddar. He passes it out to the right to number 9, he's able to get past his defender and shoot, and unfortunately he just misses for the number 3 goal for Cheddar. And he doesn't stop there, he tries again, and he just goes over the bar there. So Cheddar are pushing for their 3rd goal. Oldlands are trying to come back into it here on the left hand side, but unfortunately his efforts are a bit tame because Cheddar are able to get the ball back off him and do another counter attack on the right hand side. Unfortunately, I don't think this is number 9 this time, but he's able to run nicely on the right hand side of the ball, take on his man. That left back had a good day at all in his last couple of clips. He's able to pass it into number 9, he's able to take a tame shot, and it just goes out. Now for the 3rd part of controversy for this game, as you can see this corner comes in from an assaulting little attack, and would you say number 5 pushed him there on purpose, or was there a friendly barge and the goalkeeper went down a bit too easy? I don't want to say really, but I didn't realise it until I actually looked at the footage that what actually happened, and you can see the goalkeeper and number 12 aren't happy at all, so they run straight to the left. And Cheddar keep pushing for their 4th goal now, and they do get it. The game did end 4-0. Unfortunately I couldn't get the 4th goal, but I did get a penalty in and they missed that unfortunately. But this has been my first video for the Southwest football for 17 to 18 season, hopefully be a couple more, and I do enjoy it. Hopefully my football didn't get in the way of it a little bit more. I hope I can get a couple more games in. But this has been Josh from Pastime TV. I hope you guys liked this video. It's nice to actually get one back out, and I'll see you guys later.